Hello everybody, Mike Welsch coming to you again from the paddock here at Churchill Downs, where the draw for the Kentucky Derby was held last night on opening night of the 2024 Spring Churchill Meet. And as everybody knows by now, Fierceness drew post 17, which ostensibly is a pretty good post for a horse with his running style and everything, other than the post 17 curse, where no horse is won out of there from post 17 in like 44 starts, something like that. Well, that jinx is possibly going to end this year. Anyway, here again today with the Daily Racing Form Kentucky Derby workout report, brought to you by the good people at Spendthrift Farm, the home of five-time reigning champion sire In a Mischief, the only stallion to ever sire back-to-back Derby winners. That was Authentic in 2020 and Mandaloon in 2021. Well, today was the final major day of works for this year's Derby at Oaks. All the preparations are just about in the book now. The two Japanese horses, they may do something as the week progresses. I think Tuesday or Wednesday we'll see something on the work tab from the two of them. But other than that, the chapter closed today. And we did have 5 Derby horses work, 2 before dawn under the lights and 3 more during the Oaks Derby session at 7:30, and it was a beautiful day. Perfect conditions today. The track was fast, but then I don't think quite as fast as it had been the previous 2 days, and the weather just beautiful here. High 60s this morning. You're going to get up to, I think, 80 today, so a nice day here in Louisville, and hopefully we'll get a repeat of that kind of weather next weekend on Oaks and Derby Day. First worker came immediately after the track opened. I mean, those gates at the Gap opened, and here came Just Steel for trainer Wayne Lucas out on the track. Had the track all to himself, but it was just an easy maintenance half mile in 50 and 2/5 seconds. And then he actually eased up, didn't even really gallop out much. So not a lot today, just stretching those legs for Just Steel. He was followed by Track Phantom. Now, Track Phantom hasn't run since March 23rd, so his final work today was a little more serious. He went in company with a stablemate named Mugen, who was still a maiden that comes out of I think a second place finish in a modest maiden special weight race in his last start. They broke at the half mile. They went 5/8. They got to the wire in a quick 47-1. Track Phantom broke about a length back, was even at the wire, and his rider still looked like he had a pretty good hold. But as they continued out to complete the 5/8 into the turn, he couldn't keep that head up with Mugen. Mugen kind of held the advantage into the turn. They finished 5/8 in a minute flat, and then galloped out. Track Phantom finally eased away at the end in 6 furlongs and 13-74. Solid work. Now, he had those blinkers on, too. I must note that he was going to wear for the first time on Derby Day. A solid work, I guess, just not as dynamic as some of the ones we have seen here over the last several days. Now, at the after the renovation break, again, going over a fresh track during that Oaks Derby section, we started with Stronghold and Catalytic. They are 2 of the latest arrivals here. They had never worked on this track before, so they got that first opportunity today. They worked almost simultaneously. Stronghold went first. He went in company with a pretty good stablemate named Motorious, who was a 2-time Grade 3 Turf Sprint winner. They went 5/8. I had Stronghold in 59-4. Did it easily. He broke about a length back, as just like all the Derby workers did that went in company. A length back on the outside, got even to the wire, galloped out in a modest 1:13-3. So a good morning. Again, similar to Track Phantom, a good work, just not quite the eye-catching ones we've seen from Fierceness and some of the others here. Catalytic kind of broke off as Stronghold team was finishing their work. He was in company as well. An easy half mile. What's notable about this work is he had his jockey, Jose Ortiz, aboard for the first time. This is his first time riding the horse, first time working the horse. Like I said, it was just maintenance mode, 48. He was slightly best to the wire, and then he galloped off. Galloped out pretty well, actually. Galloped well clear in a minute and 4/5. I thought he looked good here yesterday, galloping a routine gallop, and I thought he was good again today. Resilience was the last of the Derby workers this morning, going solo in maintenance move. He too had blinkers on. Remember, he put blinkers on that might have been a game changer when he won the Wood Memorial about a month ago in New York. Went an easy half in 49-1 and galloped out well, 101-3, and continued a full 3 quarters in 14-4. And he's done very well over the last 2 weeks since I've been here. I like what I've seen from Resilience coming out of that win in the Wood. The best work of the morning might not have been the fastest, but just eye-catching to me was Just FYI. She's been just a monster over the last week. She had that huge 5 furlong work here a little over a week ago. Every gallop since then, she's just been full of herself, just so strong. And again this morning, in maintenance mood, just cruised a half mile in 49 and 2, but just looked super, galloped out strong. She just looks like she's sitting on another huge effort. And remember, she's the reigning juvenile champion, and she worked like this going into the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies last year. She's doing terrific. The only downside is that post position draw. She's going to break from post position 13, so it'll be a little tough, that run to the first turn, for just FYI, who is obviously one of the leading contenders in the Oaks on Friday. So like I said, now all the major work is about done. We'll have a couple of updates later this week. We're looking forward to seeing Forever Young maybe do something a little more serious than we've seen from him so far. Other than that, it's just maintenance for everybody. Everybody kind of just holding their breath and just can't wait until Oaks and Derby Day gets here. And I can't either, to tell you the truth. But we'll be here the next few days, and we'll be reporting on anything that happens, whether it's significant or just routine. You'll hear it all here on DRF.com, the best place to be for Kentucky Derby 2024.